Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ronnie Q's. I did a poll in the beginning. Did you hit the like button? Yes, of course. Oops, I forgot. I'm on my way to do that now. No, I'm in here hate watching. So let's start our little program. I want to thank everyone for coming out today to spend a little time with me. I just wanted to give you guys some content. Hey, Stop Lying TV, how you doing? Hello for good and evil. It's always good to see you. Meow meow. Hello, thank you for being here. Love Blake. Always good to see you. Our barn dog. Yes, you caught alive today. Thank you for being here. Who is this? Danielle Berry Sports Highlight. Thank you all for being here. And thank the other 79 or so of you who are still in the clouds watching. I hope you press the like button and please join in the content if you would like. Hey, Beans and Cornbread, it is so good to see you. Who else is there? Cooking with the Netties. Hello, Cooking with the Netties. Okay. Oh, it's your diet. Hey, diet. How are you? Okay. I was just about to say, do you have a cooking channel or something? Hey, Treasure Cash. Thank you for being here. Okay. So I have a question. Hey, Sandra. It's always good to see you. I have a question. I don't know. Okay, I need you guys to let me know if my mic is going in and out. That's one of the first things I want to try to troubleshoot because I notice sometimes my mic goes in and out. So if it does that, just throw a one in the chat for me and I'll change the settings because I'm trying to make adjustments. Okay. Hey Stormy, good to see you. Okay, it's good. Thank you, Stormy. I appreciate it. So, okay, most of you got, hey, Bless Watkins, how you doing? Good to see you, Bless. Okay, loud and clear. Thank you, Treasure Cash. Okay, let me see. You're wrong for that thumbnail. Oh, I'm wrong for, unfortunately, Diet, unfortunately, it's only so much room that you can put on the thumbnail. So let me remove this comment. If there's only so much room you can put on the thumbnail, so my thumbnail did not really do justice to the actual whole picture. I understand the belly is still not in camera view. I mean, we will never see the end of the belly. I mean, because it's not a full body picture. So, there's still much belly that is cut off in, the actual picture taking. So I just want to talk about what's been going on the YouTube streets and give a little commentary. Hello, Yaya. Thank you for being here. Okay. So, okay, let's start. Okay. I think it was just a little glitch. You're good now. Yeah, it does that. I don't know what's wrong with my mic. It does that sometimes. But thank you a lot for giving me that input. Ronnie Q had to crop the pitch because we know all an old girl wouldn't fit. It never fits. It never actually fit. Hey, CA Corvette, there has not been one picture where you have seen the actual end of that long protruding hanging piece of fat covering the laps, the knees. Oh, I have. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I do have I do have something that may be helpful for people like her. Let me see. I'm gonna find it in 1 second. Let me find it. Okay. Okay. So Let me see if I can find this. No, I'm not talking about gauze wrapped around the waist. I'm actually talking about tape that lifts the belly up off of your lap. That's the tape that I'm looking for. I'm just trying to give you guys a little content here. Okay, all right. I cannot find the video, unfortunately. If somebody from a certain area knows where that is, you can hit the link and drop it in the back chat, because there is a tape that women whose laps lay on their bellies over their coochie, where the coochie that they're forever inviting people to because no man dares go there. Uh, so they just insist on inviting women to this place of no man's land. There's a tape that they actually put on their bellies, and then they take the tape and pull up, and then they usually secure the tape somewhere underneath their breast. But in the case of Bree, I think that it would be best advised to have someone with a pickup truck who is able to drive backwards behind her and pull all that belly up, and then strap it to her ass, and that may pull that belly up off of her lap, maybe an inch or two. But every little bit helps. So if you guys are familiar with that tape, hey, Ebony Diamond, thank you for being here. Hello, who is that? You, Shantae Elba, thank you for being here. Uh, you too, Felicia, thank you for being here. Bobby, hey, how you doing? So, Lady Tia's T-shirts and design. I'm just going to do a little content over here. So, okay, now she needs a crane. Yeah, I definitely a crane. She definitely needs some heavy equipment moving, heavy equipment operating machinery. Definitely. So I was over at James. So James had a little discussion on his page, and James was asking people's opinions. So where was I? I was over at Lipstick Alley, and I hear that Brianna had the actual audacity and gall to say that Olivia and I looked stupid. Okay, so a person who actually had the gall to wear a pair of red pants, red leather appearing pants, looking every bit like the Kool-Aid woman, had the audacity to say that Olivia and I look stupid because we were conversing on the topic at hand. Okay, so Olivia and I look stupid, and she was the one who came on here on the panel, and instead of discussing anything about the topic, she decided to go in on fat jokes. I'm pretty sure it was sort of like the Nutty Professor when Professor Clump had taken his thin potion, and he was thin, and he was able to tell all the jokes and crack the crowd up because these were jokes that he had previously heard about himself. So she thought she was eating, but everything that she said was indicative of her. Everything that she said, and I'm not a Olivia fan, don't get me wrong, but how do you sit up and think you're doing fat jokes, and you're like 3 times bigger than the lady, and you allegedly have lost 100 pounds, and you're sitting up doing fat jokes on people? Are you serious? Are you serious? And I look stupid? Well, why didn't James look stupid for having the panel? See, what you're not going to do, and then she took her ass over to Lady Nika's channel and said, and I didn't mention her fucking name. I didn't mention her name. I said, and she repeated that Ronnie Q's over there saying she has content. Well, fuck you, Ronnie Q. You can kiss my ass. No, you can't even find your ass. That's adipose tissue. That's actually fat. Bitch, I doubt if you have a glute muscle that you can fucking tighten, bitch. You have no ass. You roll around. You use no muscle. You use all motherfucking. You use fucking energy from suspending yourself forward. You don't use any muscle. You're a fall down type of bitch. That's why you're always plopping in that chair. You have no fucking quads to motherfucking sit down in the chair like a human being. That's why you always hear you flopping down in your chair. See, what I said is what I said, bitch. And I meant exactly what I said. So you decided to say, because I say I make content and that is what I do, you decided to say, fuck me. Fuck me. Something that you have no idea how to do. Well, hey, Gummy Bama, how you doing? With all your made up stories, all these fantasy, unrealistic sex stories, being so disgusted about natural things, asking everybody who talks about having a healthy sex life, ooh, I wouldn't do that. I remember one time Demetra said, oh, I would grab him and I would just quiver all over his face. And she's like, quiver? Well, why would you quiver? And Demetra was like, because I'm having a good old, ooh, I wouldn't want to quiver. See, that is indicative of a person with fantasy relationships. The best you could do is come out here and talk about somebody with 9 kids. And in talking about these 9 kids, you were always babysitting said kids. You were always babysitting said kids in your house when this person was nowhere around. You're a fucking idiot. You think we're idiots. So since you want to invite people to to screw you. So you may want to invite somebody of your own caliber. See, this is somebody who you may want to invite to screw you. See, this is what I see of you getting screwed by somebody. Since you always like to talk about somebody doing something to you from the back, bitch, get some cinder blocks and find somebody like-minded who will be able to get up under all that long hanging belly that you have and screw you. And make sure when you get done that you motherfucking, since you're talking about somebody may need a motherfucking brush, a toilet bowl brush to scrub their ass, it sounds like you're quite familiar with that. So as you guys all know, if you look at my description box, I do have an Amazon store now. I would greatly appreciate if you guys would support my Amazon store. I have some finds there, and for $9.99, just for a fat, sloppy, nasty bitch, I have put this butt cleanser on there where she can just, well, I don't know, maybe she'll have to hook that inner thigh fat up to even get this brush in between there to motherfucking scrub her ass in a sitting position. Then maybe she won't be in contest showing her toilet with a motherfucking shit running down the front of the toilet. So let's do that. Why don't you beg somebody to cash out you some money for that? Why don't you use some cash app monies for that? I'm sure people will donate to that. Oh, as a matter of fact, you guys, I'm live. I'm doing content. Please hit the cash app. Everybody, it's 222 people in here. Why don't y'all each give me $1? Then give me a cash app. I'm here. I hit my live button. Who want to cash app me? I deserve a cash out. I put up these pictures. Can I get a cash out? UNC girl, what's going on? Can I get a cash out? Welcome, everyone. Hit the like button, and Ronnie Q may take the peel down. No, I'm going to take the poll down, you ass. Let me see what the poll says. Okay, let me see. 61%. Let me see what my poll says. Okay, here's the answer to the poll. Okay, did you hit the like button on your way in? Of course, 61% said yes. Okay, I'm on my way to do that now. 23%. Nope, I'm just here to hate watch. 15%. Well, at least you guys are honest, unlike Brianna. So I really thank you guys for taking the poll, and I thank you guys for being honest, because some people just thrive in being lying ass bitches. Okay. Okay, so let me see what you guys are talking about. Oh, she needs a bidet. Okay. Bye, Felicia. Okay, so hey, Gummy Bama, Get a Life. How you doing? Lady Tia T-shirts and design. I'm gonna pin my link. I'm not I know that you guys are not going to come up here and have a discussion on the foolishness that this fucking fat funky bitch had the nerves to say because I said I do content. So we were having a discussion over at James, and I said I do content. So that was my contribution to the conversation, that I do content. And a dumb bitch got so in her fucking feelings because she comes on live and then turns it over to anybody else while she go take a shower. See, I'm like that. See, I take a shower and I brush my teeth and I comb my hair before I hop on alive. That's what people who were raised with any type of self-class, self-worth, and dignity do before they hop on a motherfucking panel to brag about motherfucking change that they're getting from the Cash App and to browbeat people into send me a Cash App. I don't hear my Cash App ringing. Oh, I didn't even get a Cash App. Yeah. Ooh, y'all not doing that. Y'all not giving me a Cash App today. And who's jealous of that? Who is jealous of a person that mentions their Cash App 11 times during a video? And somebody, and have the nerves to try to frame an argument around somebody being jealous of somebody who has so little self-pride, self-worth, that they're out here browbeating their subscribers on an entertainment application to send them money while they're sitting up trying to act like they big bank Hank at the same time. Who does that? Who exactly does that? But I see a lot of people buy into the lies and the lying liars that tell them. But let me tell you this, bitch, I don't have to beg for attention from any of these men who don't even like black women. It is obvious that none of these men that are being entertained now even like black women. It's very obvious and relevant. And so the fact that this motherfucker, this uh this booty bouncing, eye blinking, wrist dangling Shakim was able to buck up at Yaya, and then all of a sudden, after there was a unanimous outcry against him, then all of the sudden she so late decided to throw him off her panel, and he can't come on. But where was he right again today? I'm over in Mystic Alley, and they're talking about him being right on her panel today. See, it's the bullshit for me. See, a motherfucker would do anything for a motherfucking piece of change. So if they like it, I love you. Red Afro, I saw something you tagged me in, Red Afro. I'm not going to talk about it today, but thank you for sharing that with me, Red Afro. I really appreciate that. I had a whole lot of other things. She does beg more than pizza, and we're supposed to be. Oh, they're jealous. I'm not jealous of somebody who sits up and begs like an untrained child. Oh God. Okay. I saw that. I thought that also just fake as fuck. It was very fake. It was very fake and very belated in the whole thing. All this yelling and screaming, cussing. It's the same thing with coming up there with Olivia. She thought she ate. Well, she always thinking she eat. A motherfucking lazy ass bitch who's sitting up here on diet medications to lose weight, who's sitting up there eating the E. coli off of motherfucking uh cakes that she had Riley to put in the freezer for her after she dug in her ass. This motherfucking fat ass bitch licking all the motherfucking boo boo off of them cakes that Riley put in the freezer for her. This motherfucking dumbass bitch. Motherfucking cockeyed hoe. Is she serious? Bitch, converse on the motherfucking topic at hand. Cause I'm not fucking. No, it's fuck you, bitch. It's fuck you forever, bitch. That's what it is. It's fuck you forever. Okay. And Shakima was back on the panel in less than 24 hours. Exactly. And then the simple fact, okay, let's really talk about this too. See, Lady Nika, see, you let that fat bitch come up there and say that dumb shit. See, you do what you want to on your channel. But let me tell you something. See, it's indicative of how she can disrespect you, but she can't disrespect me. She can disrespect you and tell you that when Cole Fam was up there talking about I's tired and mocking you as you said, I show is tired, I's tired, and then said she didn't feel it was offensive, and then you were offended by it initially, and then you came back the next day after that dumb bitch said that she wasn't offended, but she wasn't, but he wasn't talking about her. He was talking about you and how you speak and lying on the things that you said and how you said them. But after that fat bitch came back and said she wasn't insulted by it, and then you got okay with it. Now everybody's okay with him because somebody called his job. I feel sorry for him now. Well, how do you know somebody called his job to feel sorry for him? Is the fact. Who sits on the internet and say, well, they say they're gonna call my job and I have to go down to my job tomorrow, but then mysteriously they're in a motherfucking membership live and announce, hold on, my job is on the phone for me, and come back and say, well, my job just called me. Who does that? Well, I thought that they specifically said that they were going down to their jobs tomorrow because they had to ward off people who were going to call. But then you guys sit up. Oh, well, I feel bad for him because his job called. And his wife even said his job called. Really? Really? Is that what we're doing now? We playing dumb? Or are we dumb? Just asking. Asking for a friend. Just really asking. Okay. So let me see what you guys. How are you always available to hit link? Who is you? Who is you? Yeah, yeah, he was definitely mocking. Let me see. Hey, sobriety wig. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Okay. People will believe anything, not me. And all the Shakimi. Yeah, always available to hop link. Always available to hop on the link. And then all these other characters, this happened on so and so's panel, and then all of a sudden, this unnamed so and so ABCD character is available to hit the link also. And then it's another story. This happens on XYZ's channel, and then all of a sudden, oh, look who's hitting the link, XYZ, and all of this dumb shit, because these dumb, greedy, grubby ass, money hungry, attention dick starved bitches are sitting out here acting like somebody gives a fuck about any of this shit that's going on just because they're getting a couple of motherfucking coins. And if you wasn't a dumb bitch, you'd have told that motherfucker, don't cash at me nothing. Don't super chat me nothing. Cash app it. What the fuck I'm gonna give Google 45% of a couple of $100 for? But see, you are so stupid that you can't see that you're being used. You're so stupid and money hungry and money grubbing that you don't even know how to get money because you're just used to people throwing some fucking shekels at your dumb ass. But I forgot, you the one who motherfucking go on Plenty of Fish to get a nigga to fuck you who riding a motherfucking bicycle because you're a dumb bitch. So next time you want to tell somebody fuck you, go out there and find a motherfucker who's riding a bicycle and tell that motherfucker to fuck you because that's what you're accustomed to having to fuck you, bitch. Are you serious? Funky bitch. You didn't pin the link, Ronnie Q. I know I didn't pin the link, UNC girl. Was I supposed to? Isn't that why I have mods, UNC girl? I think I have mods so you guys can help me with the link. No, I'm just kidding. Let me pin the link. I forgot to pin the link. Okay. Here it is. Okay, the link is pinned. If anybody wants to, hey, Coolin, how you doing? Good to see you, Styles with Tisa. Uh, It'd be the self drags for me too. It is the self drags for me. And all of this, oh, they're the freshman class. Oh, they're the freshman class. And then all of a sudden, yeah, why y'all mad that people are coming into the B sector? Well, why y'all mad that people started their channel that have been in the B sector? So we're supposed to separate people like Nikki, like Bella Joy, like Indigo, because they have started their own channel and you guys are mad at them. So they're supposed to be something other than just plain old B sector, when you can let these motherfucking black women hater motherfuckers come in here and you want to say, well, why can't we welcome new people into the B sector? Oh my God, these are the dumbest bitches in the motherfucking history of dumb bitches. I tell you the truth. Okay. Who was that? Thank you, MPH, for joining the membership. I greatly appreciate you. And look, people like Lil Pressure. Okay, so yeah, so that's all I have to say. We don't know nobody at this point. Okay, let me see what else you guys are saying. Hey, Madison W, thank you for being here. Okay, um, let me see what I have missed because I've been talking for. Okay, I fall asleep on these hoes every night since February. Okay, so now always available to hit a link. Always available. Cool, and I hope you hit the like. Ronnie Q is beating us tonight. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Okay, so now, are you guys ready for some more content? Is there something that you would like my opinion on? Number 142 on the like button. Coolin has already hit the like button and she made it clear that she hit the like button. Yes, plenty of fish. Oh my God, plenty of fish. A bitch who getting dick off of plenty of fish should not ever invite anybody to fuck her. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Okay. You guys don't want to have any discussion about any of the things that are going on in this sector. If you have any questions for me, just feel free to ask. I'm caught up with the chat. Hey, Miss Good Life, thank you for being here. I'm caught up with the chat. I'm ready to answer any questions, or we can go on to content. Yes, please support the wheelchair battery fund. $sign Ronnie Q. Okay, I have someone in the back. Let me put my banner up for a second. Okay.
Hey, Q, you can hear me?
Hey, hey, I hear you. I hear you fine. What's going on? Good to see you
Hey, I want to
again.
come on the show because people don't be acting like they want to be talk about the shit, but they be in the chat. Let's hit the link and talk about the stuff. We had our own town meeting with James Caldwell. Let's just elaborate on the town hall meeting. I think it was a good idea. What you think, Q?
I think that people do whatever content they want to do content on, and I don't have any problem with it. It's not like it's the first time that he has done something similar to a town hall meeting,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know why it's surprising that he's talking about these dumb bitches over here licking ass for a couple of shellings. I don't get it.
But Q, do we ever hear anything different or resolve anything in these meetings? To you.
Well, that meeting yesterday really went off track because it was a whole lot of. Thank you for the super sticker, MPH. It really went off track yesterday because there was a lot of fighting and arguing going on in that meeting. So I don't think maybe it's not just for people to resolve anything. I think it is just a place where people can get together and voice their opinions on things more so to me. And you know, historically, town hall meetings are not to resolve anything. Town hall town hall meetings are really for the general public to come out and
Frustration.
air their grievances and
Right.
hear what is in store from their politician or head of whatever type of organization. Here, let them know that they're being heard. So that's usually what town hall meetings are. So
And
that's
what
what
do
I
you
get
think
from it. What
about
do
it?
you think?
I mean,
Go
I
ahead.
think I agree. I agree. It's a lot of frustration because town hall meetings is what we should be doing when it comes to those polls. We should be doing those type of votings where we come in those type of town hall meetings where we voice our opinions. And I do agree that not everything get resolved, but something can get agreed upon. And I mean, James do it a lot, and I appreciate it. I really do because I like to see the content creators in the B sector get on the platform because they do feel like James Place is a safe place, and I like that. I really love that about the B sector. They will come over and hit the links no matter who they beefing with. But as far as resolving things, I do agree that sometimes the beef that people have amongst each other, you don't get to see a resolve on the whole overall thing. And I think the other night it was just not an overall thing. I think some things did get talked about, which is a good thing. It get talked about. We get a little bit of pieces as a subscriber on some extra stuff that we might have not known. Every time of the meetings, we get a little extra stuff that we may have not known with some of the OGs, as they would say. But I don't think that we get resolved, but I do like to see it happen. What do you think about the guy that came over who wanted to come against the beef sector and get everybody's information? I probably missed a live or two, so don't beat me up for it.
Okay, I did not go to his channel. I heard several people said that they had went and sat in the clouds and watched and stuff. I didn't go to his channels. When I went to people in the beef sector who like Deanna, I heard her go at him. Who else did I hear? King Roman News, I heard went at him, and it was one other person because he had actually went in their information and put their information out. Reed, I heard her, and I think that it was a setup. I think it was a setup. I think it was pre-planned, and I don't think that it was just it happened as organically as uh, the convoluted way that they said that it happened. I mean, what the
So
fuck
what do
did
you
the
think
beef sector
about
do?
So what do you think about because what was spoken upon about that in that meeting about people in the beef sector in that particular situation going against the people in the beef sector? That happened. I saw it myself.
That was
Um,
fucked up. That
I
was
was
really
in the
fucked up.
clouds.
And
I saw who they all. I've seen Lady Nika commentary about it. I've seen James commentary about it. I seen who was in the chats because I roam around YouTube and I be seeing what be going on. That's why I'm the one who I'm not gonna fight for nobody, but I'll correct somebody if they're lying on any of y'all, if I'm there.
mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
I saw it and I was so surprised of the people that was giving out the names in the beef sector. They only could have been beef sector to say these certain type of information that was being put in the chat. What do you think about that?
You know, of course it's fucked up. I mean, like, I like, what do you gain from finding out people personal information? What are you gonna come? What are you gonna do with someone's personal information? People have the right to their fucking privacy. If they put it out here, okay, it's fair game. It's fine. Just like what we were talking about on Miss T Velocity channel this morning. If you guys didn't watch T Velocity's, if you guys, one of my moms can drop T Velocity channel in the chat, I greatly appreciate it. T Velocity had a great live. And, if somebody chooses to put their information out here, it is up to the person to put out what they want to share. Now, to go back and to dig into somebody's personal information, it's just like it says more about you than it says about them. Like, what are you trying to prove by putting somebody's personal information out here that they have not shared with people on YouTube? People have the right to privacy, and it's like so funny that when people are actually in public, take for instance, when somebody took a picture of Brianna coming out that motherfucking slop shop with that bag of food and her motherfucking belly floating around like a hula hoop. She was so upset and so mad about that situation that she called herself, she's gonna get a lawyer, and I'm gonna look into it legal. Bitch, you don't have the motherfucking, if you're in public, you have no fucking reasonable expectation for to not be filmed. There's no expectation of privacy in public. And I went up there and told that dumb bitch as much. But see, these motherfucking young hoes who don't know shit about shit think they know something. And then, well, I'm still gonna check on it. I'm still gonna file a police report for what? You are in the motherfucking United States of America, where they are cameras on every building, on street lights, on street corners, in stores, and then gonna sit up and talk and tell that dumb motherfucker who came with that lie, Shakim, who said that somebody knocked on his door. Well, I know if somebody knocked on my door, my camera would do this and my camera would do that, bitch. But you wanted to file a police report because somebody took a picture of your ass. It's not the person who took the picture of your ass outside with your hair uncombed and no bra on because you so greedy that you couldn't even take. I don't know. It may take a while to put a bra on and all that, but I digress. You didn't even respect yourself enough to not go out looking like a piece of trash, but now you want to file a police report on it, but then you want to talk about what your cameras would do. So you expect privacy in public. It's just the dumb shit. And you try to tell these dumb bitches something, but they think they know everything and have absolutely no life experience, no education, no anything. But they want to sit out here and pop their mouth like they some bad bitch when they are really pathetic. Okay, I think I went beyond
Yeah,
what
you
you
got it
asked me,
out.
but
I
go
mean,
ahead.
I can agree to a lot of points. Yeah, I mean, when you live life a little bit, you kind of know what things can happen and what is possible and what is not possible. Nobody on this app can make me feel like I need to move. Cause ain't no cameras gonna catch you coming in my stuff and leaving out, and that's just how people roll. Not everybody can say it online and be real about it. It's all good to pump your brakes and be socially hyped up and a thug. I just don't play those games. Um, I was just wondering, with all that being said, I understand how people have been doxxed before, and so some people, I think, because they have been doxxed before and been through some things, they don't have no sorrow for anybody else. And maybe Brianna could be coming from that place, but some people don't realize that some of their words and some of the things that they do when they think they so much could make those that may have some disdain for them, that they will actually pull up to somebody's place. And that's where the dangerous part is. So nobody should be pumping their brakes like they is so bad on social media. I agree with that
Well,
wholeheartedly. Don't be acting like you're so bad, because all of us can be touched, no matter how we try to hide our identity. But at the end of the day, I just didn't
mhm.
like that I
and,
seen
and,
people
and,
in the.
and, 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 and hold on. No, and one thing we not gonna act like we gonna forget. See, everybody's a bad bitch until old lady P, who was half dead on COVID, drive around your house, and then you packing up and moving your whole motherfucking place of where you live. See, everybody can talk some good shit, but then what happened when a half dead motherfucker drive up to your house? Not a motherfucking thing, but you motherfucking disappear and motherfucking pack up and move from where you were living. So cut the bullshit. These motherfuckers ain't no bad bitches, because bad bitches don't talk all that shit. Ain't nobody talking about it. If you about it, you gonna be about it. You ain't talking a whole lot of lip service.
I agree. I totally agree. I don't need to be a gangster on YouTube. I'm a gangster in real life, as they would say, because I'm not gonna put my business out here for nobody to want to come and touch me. When you flexing like that, you
Yeah.
scary. To me, you scary, in my opinion, because you ain't gonna tell your moves. You ain't gonna tell nobody where to find you. I mean, I'm not soliciting anybody to come and try to find me because I promise you, you ain't gonna end up in a good place. And I ain't gotta tell you that. It's just gonna happen. And when people do that, it all comes off like cap, like you sending somebody to your place. You sound like you trying to call the police on somebody. I ain't gonna do all of that because I hurt people in their pockets when they come after me. That's how I move. But I didn't like that I seen people in the beef sector was sending this guy information for people in the beef sector, and the only people could have sent him that because he was so delirious on the people information in the beef sector. He had to get it from the people in the beef sector, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but he was so, I was watching him, he was like, who is this? He wasn't even saying the people in the beef sector's names correctly.
He didn't
So
even know their names. He
right,
didn't.
so he
That's
was
what
getting
I heard
that
so many people like.
information.
He couldn't even say Lady Nika's name. Lady Nika is the
Nisa,
common
he was
name in the
calling her
beef
Nisa.
sector, and I was
It was,
like, he
yeah.
couldn't. Yes, when I read that, I was like, he couldn't get Lady Nika's name right. Like, how simple is Lady Nika's name? I
Like
mean,
hooked
it's a
on
name that
phonics.
you hear of all the time,
Like
but
what's
obviously
going
he
on?
don't even know this sector.
Exactly. But that lets
Yeah,
you know, to
I
me,
don't even. I don't even.
it just to
Go
me, it
ahead.
was people that were sending that information to him that was in the sector. And that's the, I mean, but I think honestly, I think that comes with the beef sector because let's just be honest, it's a lot of people in the beef sector don't like the people in the beef sector. And that ain't gonna change. If somebody outside wanna dox them, those people that don't like that person in the beef sector would help. What you think?
I think that is I think that is dumb, and I think that is I think that unfortunately, you just have people of all type of maturity levels, all types of criminal backgrounds, all types of educational levels here. Some, like they say, a person who has nothing to lose will cause you to lose everything. So that's why you have to be careful with the people that you deal with on here, and don't expect everyone to be on your level of thinking, actions, and maturity. So I think it's deplorable. I think that there's no excuse for it, no reason for it, and I think that the people who are hell bent on it are so out of sorts that first of all, a lot of people don't come out here. Some people do, some people don't. A lot of people don't come out here with this bragging about who I am, what I do, what I have.
Right.
See, so some people who do that, some people like Jay Wilson, for example, people want to take him down a peg because of his braggadocious, talk. So, but then even people who don't do that, you still have people who feel so poorly about themselves that they think that they can take you down a peg to reveal how your life was lived when you have said absolutely nothing about how you live your life. You come out here and give commentary. So you it just really speaks to the person who is doing it. And I don't have time to like
I
really
agree.
concentrate on motherfuckers who sit up and do that.
I
Yeah,
agree.
I
I
really
agree with
don't.
that. I agree with that. I think people do feel like they need to bring somebody down to their level, but the thing is, you trying to be so high, but you trying to bring them to your level. So that says something about you. So I totally agree. People don't nobody on this app want to feel like the other person is better than them in a lot of ways. That's why you have certain type of arguments where it's like, you think you better than me type of thing, because nobody don't want to feel like somebody thinking that they better than the other. But I want to ask you, Ronnie Q, and this is something I've been in my relationship for a very long time. You might as well say I'm married too. I'm divorced, but I'm in a whole long relationship since then. And you are a married woman. What do you think about hearing about women on YouTube sending out their intimate pictures to men on YouTube?
Hey, I listen. I used to do this all. Not that I used to do something all the time. And my husband, he's from New York, and my husband is a certain type of husband. Uh, he's educated, but he prior to being educated, he grew up in New York. And my husband know a little things. He know a few things. And every time I would like say certain things, he was like, "Hey, hey, hey." You just can't knock another motherfucker's hustle. So and every little thing, I be like, fuck that. That's it, and put my judgment on it. And he's like, listen, you can't knock a motherfucker's hustle. You don't know what they're going through. They could be one step away from catching a case, going out there doing something to catch a case. So if they hustling and they making it work, you just can't knock a motherfucker hustle. Maybe that's what they got to do to get the bills paid, to keep a roof over their head. So I can't knock nobody hustle. And I just look at it as that. That's something that I hope I would never have to do.
Hmm.
So that's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, and
You know what I'm saying?
I
Knocking
agree.
me over my
I
head,
agree in
stealing
some
from
ways.
me.
I agree in some ways because as women, if you're gonna do that to make your way, you're gonna make ends meet. I get that, but I just don't understand of the stranger thing. Cause I ain't grow up in that era where I would give a stranger that I'm just meeting. I haven't met them in person. I haven't spent time with them, and I just send them out something of me into me. I'm just not used to that era
Well,
of doing
listen,
so.
every woman don't feel that they don't feel that that's an intimacy being shared. It's not me. That's just something I don't do. But some people don't look at it as intimacy. If it's a part of their hustle, if it's a business, if it's a motto, I don't think that they are really looking at it in that way that other people, some of us who have the luxury to romanticize, relationships and sharing our bodies and things like that. But every woman does not have that luxury. That's why there's such a thing as ex workers. You know what I'm saying? So everybody don't have that luxury to romanticize these parts of their bodies, and it's unfortunate. But it is what it is. I mean, it's the longest profession. You know what I'm saying?
And I do understand that too. But for me, am I wrong to look at that woman differently?
You can look at them how you know. You can look at them how you choose to. That's your choice. You have the right to have your opinion and your thoughts about things. Yeah, you're within your rights.
And so when we come back onto this app, when we give our opinions about just something like that, and people take your opinions to be just because they're not for it or whatever, and you get beat up about it. I know you have shown it plenty of times where your opinion, if someone just don't agree with it, you just gonna make your video and speak your piece about it and make your point about it. But when you live in this not only sociable life off YouTube and offline in the real world, how do you acquiesce
I
yourself
just
to people that you may have encountered in your real life when it comes to those type of situations? Do you um, continue to teach to that person? Do you let that person go, or you just don't judge at all?
listen.
That's
I have a very I ain't fucking with you type of personality. Once I'm done fucking with somebody, I'm done fucking with you. I have given maybe two. I've given two people on YouTube a second chance, and it wasn't even no three people. Jay Dunn, Uppity, and Dear Self. Those were the only three people I have ever given a second chance, and they fucked it up. And one I am, and that has been very unlike me. So once they do that, I'm done. I'm totally done. See, I am the type of person who, in real life, once I'm done with you, I had people try to, come at me. They see me coming, and I just walk past them like they're part of the wall. I am done with people when I'm done with them. I've never had a situation with a relationship where I was pulled back and forth and all this. But when I am done, I am done. I will, period. That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I'm even more cutthroat. It just take one time with me, and I'm done. And that may make me seem to be heartless, but I guard my heart very strong. And just one time, people can mess up with me, and I'm done. I don't even give a person a second chance. And I was just wondering from a woman that of you being a married woman for more years than I have been. I was just wondering how you look at things when it comes to promiscuous women, having promiscuous women as friends or associates, and how do you deal with that?
I don't. I think that for the most part, I think that like people, group together. Water seeks its own level, and hey, I ain't got. There's nothing against. Are you talking about single people, or are you still
No,
talking about married people?
I'm
See,
talking about people.
everybody has their sexual season, and if they don't, they should. You know what I'm saying? See, that's
Hmm.
what being single means. You shouldn't be. I think that I personally believe that I personally believe that there should be a season in where you understand that you're single and you date according. I'm not saying you should be a whore or anything. Okay, I have somebody coming up. One second. Let me put the banner up.
God, this is getting
Coriola,
good.
Girl, it's me.
hey, let
And
me finish this thought about.
of course.
I think that everybody should have a season of being single because you don't know what you like. You don't, a lot of people get tied down in serious relationships too soon and wind up, cheating or choosing somebody out of the thoughts that their mom or their family think that it's the right type of person that they should be with and wind up miserable, cheated on, abused, and all this type of stuff. I think that it is a good thing for single people to go around and date and experience things within reason and safely. Okay, Corey, lover, what do you want to add?
Hey, Tia.
Hey,
Um,
Corey.
I just wanted to, this is kind of on subject, but did you know that D. Durrell guy that you know which one he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah.
a video, or you guys know all that?
What?
No, I don't know about
That
no video. No.
Okay, not a video, a tape, a recording. I guess this one girl named Stargate. He's married, but he has a side piece, and She's on YouTube. The side piece is on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I know
So
about that.
yeah.
Well,
Oh, okay. Well,
is
from
it?
what I'm
Wait a minute.
what I'm
Is wait a minute.
uh,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
the girl
Go
who
ahead.
the Okay, so he has a side piece, and she's been watching him give all this money away. This is what I've heard. She's been watching him give all this money away, these whatever, and cash apps or super chats and stuff, and so she's upset. So since she's upset, she taped him talking dirty to her, and she gave it to this girl named Stargate, who's Code Fam under Code Fam's umbrella. And so she played it. So it's out there somewhere, and he's, talking nasty to his side piece. And she's mad and taped him because she's watching him give all these super chats. That's the word.
Hmm.
And so it just went with what you guys were talking about cheating and you know what I'm saying? So I just thought
Ronnie
I'd
Q, have
come
you heard
up.
about that?
Oh no, where Ronnie Q go?
Ronnie Q, come back.
Oh Lord.
I heard about the video. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
ain't behind the scenes with nobody, but I be
Me
hearing
either.
stuff.
Me
So
either.
I mean, I take it for face value some of the times. I heard
Right.
about it, but I've also heard him in my own ears talking to this Stargate girl on someone's panel, and he cussed her out.
And that might be why. I don't know.
I,
I have no idea.
Okay, run the
I'm
cue back.
here. I'm
Okay.
here. I'm sorry, I had to use the restroom. I mean, I had to go take a shower while you guys held my panel down.
Have
No,
evidence too.
I didn't hear about any of that. Because I'm really not that interested. And these are
Oh
manosphere
no.
guys. I mean, first of all, you're giving out money and you're giving it out where it can be seen, so you're tricking anyway. So I
Right.
don't expect anything else from the motherfucker who out here tricking off money to be I have no high expectations of this dude, so I'm not really surprised. I think that's all that I can say about it. He's a trick anyway.
I just thought I'd drop a little tea. That's it. That's all. You don't have to be all mean to me and everything.
No,
No,
You
no,
been
anyway,
no,
on one.
no.
that was Ronnie Q. It
I'm
wasn't
trying to
me.
think like what do I
I'm
think of
sorry,
it? I'm
Ronnie
like, yeah,
Q,
he's a
anyway.
trick. I ain't surprised. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to be mean,
Yeah, so
Corio.
you've been on one all day today. I'm just saying. But
No,
anyway, I
no,
just.
Coriel, I heard it. I actually heard it. I heard about it.
Hmm.
But the only way that we know to get these fools away from us is to stop talking about them. So I get
You're absolutely
Ronnie
right.
Q
But
point. But yeah, I heard about it.
I just love the way, you know, things are just slowly slipping out. But anyway, that's all I wanted. And
No, but
plus,
Coriel lover, guess what? It
what?
doesn't matter if people don't do anything about it.
Yeah,
It
but
does.
it makes the ones that are against it stronger, more
Right. It
convicted.
doesn't, because
Hmm.
once you go against something hard enough, people will go against it even harder because they don't want to say you're right.
That is true. That is true.
Now,
So,
Beans and Cornbread has a good point because I have no respect for women who will
me
Exactly.
help
either.
other. Yeah, me
Absolutely.
either.
I 100%
Because
on that, beans and cornbread.
it's
Hmm.
just too many opportunities to meet, even though there are technically more available women than men. Because if you take the men who are in jail, you take the men who are living gay lifestyles, the men are really limited. So
But
that being said,
Guess what kind of married man I had ran across? So I went on. I was dating. I had stopped dating for about 2 years.
Let me go ahead and get down. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for having
like
me.
come back
Tia.
up when I start talking about other things. If you want to come back up, Choreo, go ahead.
Okay. Tia, it
Go
was good
ahead,
talking to
Tia.
you.
So I had stopped dating for like 2 years. Bad divorce. But anyways, I started dating again. And this guy, I found out that he was married in our date, right? And I was like, why? Because I was so offended. I was so disrespected. I felt so bad. It feels like I don't want you because I'm not your number one. I'll never be your number one. I'm that type of girl. I don't want to be no number two. That ain't the role I like to play. I'm the queen. You know, I need to be the number one in your life. And I asked him, why would you cheat on your wife? Because he told me he was married in this date, right? And I said, why would you cheat on your wife? He said, because he was greedy.
Oh, please. And please. No, 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 no. No, no. Mm-mm.
I mean, I,
Uh,
I never went on a date with him ever again, but I've never had somebody to be that honest. And I think he was being honest with me. He was greedy. They were, come to find out, they were really well off. But I mean, I think a lot of people that have money, they do feel like that.
they
I can
think that they
send
think
you
that
off
if they
somewhere.
have yeah, they think that if they have money, that you are going to be like, oh well, okay, he can do this
Right.
for me, so I'm gonna deal with this for a little while. But isn't it, it could be worth it to some people, but I don't want to be messing around with a married
Yeah,
person
it never
ever.
was worth it to me because the things that you have is y'all's. It's not mine. I mean, I'm stingy. I want something to be in my name. You can't be telling me that that car we riding is you and your wife's car. No, like that don't even make sense to me. Like I wouldn't be able to continue on knowing that because I would feel so disrespected as a woman myself. Not even because he's a married man, but I'm disrespected because you just so disrespectful to your wife that like that don't mean toys, cars. That is what men flex on. Men flex on money. Men flex on the things that they have because they know that a lot of women are materialistic and they
Power,
flock to that
power.
type of stuff. Yeah. And and men also know that women flock to money and they will throw money at women.
Some women. Hmm. Some
Yeah, they'll
women.
throw
You know.
throw money at women, and then by the time you get with him, he done throws you this money. He ain't got $10 to pay the damn light bill. This is like the Ferrari having $5 worth of gas in it. These guys do those type of stunts all the time. That never was something I was attracted to when it came to men. Their things. Their things are not my things. So I don't care about it. It's not mine. I like something
Well,
for me.
now
It
Deanna
ain't
said. Now Deanna said something good. He didn't respect you either. To be honest, she didn't. This was the first date. She said this was the first date, and he
oh
did
yeah, the
not
first
tell
date.
her that until she did not know that until they were out on the first date. He didn't, but that don't mean he still didn't respect you, but he should
Right.
have given you the opportunity to make that decision. See, that's what's real messed up about it because she's right. He did not respect you, but if they're out there doing this,
But he
they
was
shouldn't come
bold.
at you as if they are free and single and have you waste your time and your angst up, thinking that, hey, let me see where this is going to go, to actually know you would have said no if you'd have known in the first place and
Right.
saved yourself some time and whatever.
Right. Running Q. He let me know on the first date. And
I
he
get it.
was so cocky that he told me he was just greedy because he told me that he was married. And I couldn't understand it. I'm like, well, what the hell you on a date with me? And he told me he was greedy. That was the honest thing I could ever heard from a married man. I'm gonna be honest about that. That's the most honest thing I have ever heard from a married man. Cause you won't get that. Cause the a married man usually give you all his troubles and why everything is so bad in his
Okay.
relationship, and women fall for that.
Now I'm a do a poll. I always wondering what different people think about this. And Lady Tia, I want to know from you. Do you think that most men cheat? Uh, if they're in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship or a marriage, do you think that most men cheat?
Um. Okay. So it only reason why I get complex where there's a is because different situations could put people in some bad situations and they can get themselves out of it, but sometimes those situations can get aggressive for men when they're put in a trick bag, especially those men that are faithful. Some faithful men can be put in a trick bag sometimes, and that's because of the friends that they hang around, and that should be messed up. And I ain't saying that they're gonna cheat, but they can be in a bad situation. But for me, I do believe that men that love their girl, because I've met a few men that love their girl and they are that down home. I don't care how this goes. These are our plans for our future type of men, and that is what they are sticking with. They ain't worried about the high fashion and the this that and the so I do believe that men won't cheat. I do believe that men
Uh,
won't cheat. I do believe that people that men hang around can be bad influences on them and put them in bad situations. That doesn't necessarily mean they'll cheat, but I think that some friends that men choose can put them in bad situations.
okay. So I got the poll out. Let me see what Stormy saying. She said that part. Men always looking over the fence, beans and cornbread. The majority do. Some just are careful enough that you will never know. Okay,
I just don't
cool.
agree. I don't agree because I
Uh,
think women we are better cheaters than men. I think
Let me
we
see.
are the ones who make sure that that man won't know that we're cheating. I just disagree. Men do stuff so dumb. Men get caught all the time, and it's women that keep those men and keep those men around when they be so obvious in their ways. And some women do believe in having a piece of man. I don't want no piece of man. You give me a whole man or nothing at all. But I think women cheat better than men. First of all, I think men get caught in their games most of the time. As far as men cheating all the time, I don't think all men cheat. I just don't, because I haven't had every man that I've been with that just cheated.
Okay. Okay, so I put up a couple of responses. Thank you guys for sharing your responses. Um, and we're gonna see. Look at she, Choreo. Yeah, we do it better. We don't count me in there, Corey. I think she mean women do it better than not her herself. I'll put it that way. Okay, I think there's a lot of men are only as faithful as their option. Yeah, I definitely can understand that.
That
They
is
can lick
true.
but don't touch.
Now
Okay.
that's true. Whoever said the option. So my boyfriend has told me. He said if the opportunity presents itself, men are more likely to take the opportunity. That's what he told me, because I've had this conversation about him. Are men more likely to cheat, and what would be some reasons that may make you cheat? Because I can be open with him. And he said sometimes when the opportunity presents itself, it happens. When the
Okay.
opportunity presents itself.
Hold on, Johnny. You said you probably didn't know that, but hopefully so. I probably didn't know what, Journey. I don't see a first statement from you. What is it that I probably didn't know, but you hope so? Can you retype that? All men don't cheat. However, many men will cheat. You can't put that past any man. Okay, so
Well,
okay,
I'm a
so
woman
here is
and I
my
may cheat.
opinion. Men men won't cheat if they're satisfied. Okay,
Hmm.
not you. Okay, you're talking to someone else. Okay, what type of opportunities?
Opportunities, like I
Given the
said, being
opportunity to do it and not get caught.
but
The
the
opportunity
reason
to
why I
do
say
it and not get
opportunity, and
caught.
this was now. Come on, ladies, now this is what was explained to me by a man. Now I ain't no man, so this is what the hell was told me. Now this is what told me to listen. He said if the opportunity presents itself, because men are more visual when it comes to anything. Men are intimidated by beautiful women, and when you have a beautiful woman that you are intimidated by, that give you that opportunity, some men will take the opportunity. That's what I was
Listen,
told.
it doesn't. It really don't. It doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter what type of wife that. Like they say, you can have uh, the greatest supermodel, and her husband is looking at somebody else and tired of
Right.
screwing her. You can look at so many people where this is like their fantasy woman, and you got a man who's tired of sleeping with her, who's looking
And he get
somewhere
a
else
big bison.
for a hoochie. Ain't nobody getting no big bison. For a
I
hoochie
say
mama
it.
chick. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. There are some people who have fat fetishes. Yeah, there definitely are some. There is a fetish niche for that. But there every woman, every type of woman, there is a man who is tired of sleeping with them, and vice versa, must I say.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna end the poll, and I'm gonna see what the poll says, and then I'm gonna give you what my thoughts are on the situation, based upon, and everybody is basing this upon their life experiences, I do believe. So, what are the poll results? Do you think most men cheat? 67% of you say yes. 32%
Oh,
say no. Only 59 people voted though. So,
okay.
well, we still got to
But
take
that's
the
still a
results of the
highest
poll.
percent.
We still got to take the. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Well, put it
Based
on the
upon my
community
life
route, run the
experience.
queue. Put it on your community route and let it roll out through the night, and we'll see what happens, because you'll get more people to vote that way. But I mean, it's so easy for us to say it. I just think we do it better. All I can say, it happens. Not like somebody fell on top of you, but it does happen. And I don't know what the
Listen,
statistics is these days. Run a queue, put up the statistics. Tell us what this is
Listen,
these
I
days.
am with for good. I am with for good and evil, and a lot of people think that somebody's looking for that some of these men are out here looking for someone
Right,
who's better than their wives. And let's be real, they like men will tell you all the time, coochie ain't got no face.
right.
Sometimes they want somebody who can throw that back right, who ain't worried about their hair getting mushed up and all that type of stuff. Sometimes they want something that is totally the opposite of what they have at home.
Right.
That nigga would have to explain to me uh, where they busting it open at. Okay, so yeah, I do believe, unfortunately, that a large percentage of men have the cheating gene in them. Uh, you know, my father's side of the family, they were kind of like what you would see in the Sopranos, where they take what was it? Friday nights was for the girlfriends and Saturday nights was for the wife type of thing.
Mm.
It's a long history of that. They weren't necessarily Rolling Stones. They took care of home, but there was
They were
always
just doing a lot of
a problem.
hunching.
There was always a problem, and unfortunately, that is true. So, if a woman is unable to perform, she should accept her man is cheating. No, I did not say that at all. I think you're talking to someone
Wait
else.
a minute
That's
now, because
Goodfellas. Yes,
women ain't
Goodfellas.
unable to perform. Let's get that straight. Men could be in the capacity of unable to perform, but they do have babies longer than we do. Let's get that straight, because we don't have erectile function. The
Erectile dysfunction.
dysfunction, my bad, dysfunction. We can close our legs for a while and be all right. The next ride is like riding a bicycle. Men don't necessarily have that luxury, but I mean, I know good men that so Ronnie Q. I know good men that haven't cheated, and I stand on those.
Oh,
I stand on the back of those men because that's the example that I want to show my daughter. That's the example I want in my life. Those type of men. But I know that there are men that don't see it like that. Sex don't mean nothing to them. It's nothing intimate to them because men don't move off emotional attachments, and that is very true. Men detach themselves from emotions a lot. That's why good men are able to come home, detach themselves, and still just wait for his wife to cook his dinner because that's all that really matters to him. But if he get all involved in stuff and all entangled, he can find himself getting in some type of emotional space. And men don't like to do that. It shows their vulnerability, and those are the men that I'm used to in my life as far as being a provider and a lover to me. But it's men out here today that they are so attached to the emotional part of them that they are worse than the goddamn women, that the women are they stronger than the men in the household. She taking care of all the types of things and looking at him like, you gonna take out the
well,
garbage?
well. Let's be real. It's a lot of black women are the most educated women in society
Right.
right now, as far as higher
Absolutely.
degrees. Now, uh, and so in some cases that means they are a higher breadwinner than their counterparts. So it doesn't mean that a blue collar worker can't be making six figures, also a high six figures. Let's be honest about that. But I think that that should not dictate the operation and the roles of the man and the woman. See, a lot of people have a problem with this. A lot of people who are not in relationships, have not had relationships, don't know what it means to be in a relationship. So when
Right.
I heard somebody like balk at men and women having roles in the relationship, but
Mm-mm.
it's my opinion. And someone else, if you want to hit the link and say you differ, it's my opinion that that is the thing that helps a relationship be more harmonious and
Mm-mm.
respectable one to the other, and it kind of helps alleviate the some of the tension, even if the woman is a higher earner than the man, because that's just what it is. Sometimes, you have to understand that some men will in some cases, some men will actually be the whole breadwinner in the family to help and allow their woman to go back to school. But I want to talk about this folklore. Most women are not virtuous. Most women are not virtuous and submissive. So the man is always looking to get better, rarely about sex. Well, if most women
I
are not
disagree.
virtuous, well, hold on, Tia. If most women are not virtuous, then what is he looking for out there?
Right.
If you're saying most aren't, well, he's looking for the silver unicorn with a rainbow booty hole. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. Go ahead.
It doesn't make sense to me either, because every woman actually want to be in a submissive type of role at some point in their life. No matter if they are successful, they still want a man to hold them. They still want a man to do those things. That's a part of submissiveness as well, because he should have to show that part of him as well. Submissiveness don't have to do with a woman just being so available to him. He got to be available to her too. That's a part of submissiveness, if y'all didn't know. And in relationships, when it comes to roles, you may have to get the laundry done because I'm busy today. And I may have to get the laundry done because you're busy today. It's no roles when it comes to relationship, because that's a friendship. That is a relationship that connects with each other, and we make this house run. So I can't be waiting on you to take out this today. You can't be waiting on me to do this today. We have to work as a team. And when you are in a relationship and you know about good, healthy relationships, that happens naturally. And submissiveness has nothing to do with a woman, because it can be a man as well. Men have feelings as well. I've seen some weaker side of men that y'all men know that y'all have. Y'all like to be held to. Y'all like to be heard to. So stop it.
Look, the UNC girl said, I cook for my children, but he can have some too. I allow him. He can eat, but what's left over. He don't get the big piece of chicken at least. A UNC girl, like Chris Rock said, Daddy always get the big
Oh,
piece of
he get
chicken.
the
I have
first
a
plate now.
friend.
Now.
No, your kids are supposed to get the first.
I make
I
sure
have.
I eat the food first, so I must be the first one. See, ain't nobody ever talked about the person that's cooking the food. We eat first because we test the food. Nobody
Oh,
never
we taste testing it as
Yeah,
we cook.
we
Some
test the
people,
food.
some people don't even bother. They just put their little old gray or
Oh,
brown food
I need
up
to know
in
how it
front of the
tastes, because
camera.
my kids are very brutal when it comes to if it's something wrong. So I taste it first. Like, okay, now I'll feed y'all. But I feel you
Now,
on that.
Boss said, I have a friend that dates married men exclusively. According to her, men like the excitement of cheating. She said, never trust any man. Uh, Yeah, I think it's always a possibility. I mean, you have these old men out here cheating. I think I told the story. I don't know if it was here, but I knew this old guy. He worked for. He was like, he had to be in his late 60s. I was surprised he wasn't retired, but he had a good job. He was a heavy machine operator for a city, a big city, and he and his wife had split up. I thought he and his wife were still married, but then all of a sudden I saw him with this younger girl who was like maybe my age. Like at that time, I was like in my 30s, and I would see them together all the time. And he was like, really trying to, wear little clothes that more hip and little baseball caps tilted to the side with the brim crushed a certain way. And then all of a sudden he had a massive heart attack and he passed away. And I come to find out him and this younger girl were living together. But then when it came time for his funeral, she was not allowed to come to his funeral. And a lot of people were like, and I was like expecting to see her there. And then I see a whole wife and up there sitting in the first row. And I had no idea this dude was married. And she was living in an apartment with this guy. And the wife was living in a whole home with him. And after he passed away, the wife got all of that insurance money that he had from working that good job. And she got absolutely nothing. So,
And see, this is what make me want to just grab a dude by his neck and kill him. But we can't say that on YouTube. I ain't say the whole word. But see, that's the stuff. Did she know? Ronnie Q, did the other lady know about that
I
there was a
don't
whole wife?
know. I just didn't know. I didn't know.
Because
But
that
I
is,
don't know if she knew.
oh my gosh, that is just too much. Because I don't even know how I will react to that. 'Cause, I mean, just being in the blind.
It was,
Come on now. Us women instinct. Somebody, she had to know something was going on. Her whole wife.
okay. Now hold on. Now here go. Folklore is just trying to get banned from the chat, but I'm gonna let him live for a second. And I'll let you know when he said the wrong thing. Well, he has always said the wrong thing thus far. Most women think they don't have to bring anything to the table but good looks and sex, while us guys are letting them think that, just waiting to find a good woman. Uh, okay. So instead of going out and finding a good woman, and being single and finding a good woman, you're holding on to something that you think that is not that is undeserving. So you're looking for something else. That doesn't even make any sense. If you're always looking for something else, why don't you stay single and find exactly what you're looking for? And I think, I guess I did say the most men, so I see why you're saying the most women type of thing. But a man does not cheat because a woman is not up to par. Is what I'm saying. You don't have to be
I
with a
have an
woman
opinion.
who you don't feel that is up to par to what you want. You can stay single and date as many women as you choose until you find the woman who's up to par with what you want. Go ahead, Tia.
And okay, so my opinion, folklore on that is uh men don't, it's a lot of men out here, and if you're a man, you can agree with me on this. They don't care. She can be dumb. Men don't be caring what she's bringing to the table. If we're gonna go by most as a quotation of most in general, most men don't care what a woman brings to the table but her looks, because y'all are more um, physical and visual beings. So that's why most women to get that backlash of she just had to come, all she had to come to the table with her looks. It's because y'all men have showed us that's all we had to bring to the table with our looks. But a real man, meaning a real man that wants somebody, a woman with not only beauty but substance and couth, is having a classy woman that not only looks beautiful but brings something to the table that may help him in his bad times when he may be down, because she's smart, she's beautiful, she has something to talk about, she can have a conversation with you, she can understand common sense. When a real man gets that point in their lives, they are going to look for that type of woman, and he's not going to care if her physical is this and that. He's going to care about the person who she is, because men get old too, just like women do. And he's going to want somebody to be there sitting on the porch with his old soggy dick ass when his shit start working. And he's going to want somebody that will take care of him. And that pretty girl that he may go off of looks ain't going to work. That's my opinion.
Now, somebody said that she would never be my friend. I knew of the lady. And he was not a friend. He was like an acquaintance, I'd say, that I would see, kind of, on a like a regular basis. But he wasn't like a friend because I didn't even know he was married. I just saw what was presented and what I saw, and I just assumed. So that's why I'm not sure if she even know. So she wasn't a friend of mine. These people were acquaintances, and I was acquainted with him. And she kind of, segued in the younger girl. So that's, yeah, I would definitely. I don't want a person who is going to date married men. I would feel a certain type of way about that with me being a married woman. So I'm about the wife. I'm team wife in that type of thing. I think some peeps have agreed with me. I didn't say anybody didn't agree with you. It doesn't matter if they agree
Yeah,
with you. It only matters if I agree with you.
right. If you listening, exactly. If you are
Now Mike
listening,
said something.
we're saying
Go
something.
ahead.
We're
Mike
saying
said
stuff from
something.
different points of views. It wasn't all woman
Yeah.
related. We was all on different points of view. We actually agreed that men cheat more than women. I mean, so it's not a point of being on one point of view. We're looking at all points of view. You just have to be able to look at it from a woman's point of view, because it sounds like you may be from a man, and that may be your truth as a man's point of view. But
And then
women, we don't think the
I
same.
had to admit that I was using the term most, and when I was referring to most men cheating. And the poll was
Right.
about, do you think most men cheat? So I couldn't even get on you for what I was like when you were saying most women are looking for X, Y, and Z. Now Mike is saying that he feels that he has a emotional streak to him, and he feels that it kind of damaged. He have
Hmm.
strong. I wish that I were more like tough men who are more secure and strong. I hate having the feminine traits that I have. It's weakened my
Oh my gosh.
relationships. Well, I don't. Okay, so you know what it has done to your relationships, but I don't think that a lot of people with these over masculine relationships really help themselves in relationships either. I think that there is a
Right.
good balance. I would say. Uh,
Balance.
no,
I agree.
I thought you were, but then I had to think when I thought it out as I was talking. I was like, well, no, how come you can say most men? You
Yeah, we
said
was gonna
most
beat you
men.
up,
So
folklore.
yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm
that's,
just saying.
I like this.
No, no, no.
But
Just
Mike,
playing.
I think there's a healthy balance that comes with a man because I think that women like to know. Well, I'm not going to speak for all women. Okay, so I like to know. It's like some things, like I am just like, okay, I would rather handle some things that I have to handle because I don't want my husband to go there. I do not want him to go there because I know it's certain things that he is not going to stand, like outside entities, outside people talking shit or anything like that, or somebody looking. My husband was about to go there on somebody because somebody dog did something to our dog. So it's just like he is like the whole 100% go in protector. So I have to like pick and choose what I am going to handle or what I am going to tell my husband about it. Can you believe this? I have to really pick and choose. So yeah, I understand what you're talking about, Mike. It can be overkill in both directions. I respect and I love my husband and stuff, but that's where the work comes in with me to understand who my husband is and how what mode he's gonna go into to protect me, and or is it something that I need to look at, blow off, and don't knock somebody hustle, as they always tell me. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I think Mike
I
is
agree.
actually like
I,
most men who really want security. Some men are insecure and need constant reassurance.
and I don't necessarily think
I
that
think
they
that some,
go.
I don't know what Mike, I don't know what age group you date in, Mike. Can you give us a good age group that you date in?
Right. That'll help
Is
a
it
lot.
like 25 to 35? What age group of people? Shut up! Shut up, good and evil.
Okay, so I got so my opinion to you, Mike,
What
when you
age group
before you
you
give us
date
your
in,
age
Mike?
group,
Because
I
they,
think I think Ronnie Q that it is it
what do you
is
think?
it is a stigma that men get when they show some type
I
of
can't hear you,
emotion.
lady.
Can you hear me now? Oh, can you hear me now?
I get protectiveness is a vibe. I can't hear you, Lady
Okay.
Tia. Your mic is not working, Lady Tia.
Okay, can you hear me
I'm
now?
sorry, Mike. Aren't going for that.
Oh no, you can't
I
hear me now?
typically day from 26 to 35 myself.
Okay, I'm gonna come
Okay,
back up.
so I think that a lot of I think for myself that I like to know, Lady Tia, you're welcome to come back up. Your mic went out. Maybe she got a phone call. You heard her? I didn't hear. Oh, you are gay. Oh, I didn't even know that, Mike. Okay, Lady T is back. I didn't know that, Mike. So I can plot and scheme on somebody else being my side dude now. Okay, hold
Can you
on.
hear me now?
Lady Tia,
Can you hear me now?
Lady Tia, I still don't hear you. Are you on mute? Let me see.
I don't think I'm on mute. Hold on.
Lady Tia, I still don't hear you. Do you guys hear Lady Tia?
Can y'all hear
Let me
me?
see if the crowd hears
My
you.
damn thing is moving. Okay, I'm gonna come back.
Do you guys hear Lady Tia? We hear we hear her in the chat. I don't hear her. Go ahead, Lady Tia. Say what you were saying.
Okay, so Mike. Okay, so okay, I regardless if you're gay or not, uh, maybe there's some your femininity in you that makes you think about that. But I mean, women we don't like when a man is like all coddly or like under us type of thing because it comes off like jealousy. And women don't like that because we like to be move around. So if you're that type of clingy type of person, or you don't want no person to move, let them go to work and stuff. That's the most exciting part when they come home from work. That's the good part. But with the sensitive part, yes, women will kind of they kind of push at you a little bit when you be too sensitive about stuff because some things shouldn't bother men. At least that's what I was taught, that some things shouldn't bother men as much as they'll bother a woman. So that's my opinion. But yeah, you'll find your partner. You'll find your partner. Um and it'll all work together. It'll all work together. You'll be surprised, but you'll know it. And when you know it, I suggest you hold on to it because you're gonna know it. And usually, men don't find their noggin until they're like 35, unfortunately. Okay, Ronnie Q's talk. Ronnie Q, come back.
Okay, so I think Lady Tia is done. I don't know what she said. Lady Tia, I am sorry I cannot comment on anything you said. But Mike, I really don't know. I guess so much goes into same-sex relationships. Exactly what the roles are, or whatever. But I definitely think that once you find someone who you can be secure in, you won't have to ask these questions. And I think that maybe it would it bother me if somebody it may bother someone, it may bother some people and make it seem like you're not secure in their relationship, or there may be some reasons why you're not secure in the relationship. So I remember one time I was like thinking that all guys are like this, and then I had to reassess that it was the fact that I was picking the same type of person. I constantly had this checklist in my head what a person that I wanted would be, and when in fact when I got what was on my checklist, it was not in fact what I really wanted. So sometimes we have to reassess. We have to take a look at our picker. It could not be the person. Sometimes it's just the person we're picking, if that makes any sense. I wonder if it's storming where she's at. God said no from me. Thank you for coming up. I greatly appreciate it. Nah, my husband was 28 when we got married. Okay. So it's true that gay men are far more. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think so. I do think so too. I had a couple of gay friends, and they were something else. Um, so trying to the devil's trying to mess up our ghetto consultant section. Okay, yeah, our Lord, I don't want Dovey to come over here and cuss me out thinking that I'm trying to mess up her love connection. Okay, yeah, you have to have a good picker. Yeah, it's sometimes we think we're sometimes we're picking with our eyes and not our minds. So I think a lot of it has to be intertwined in what we're doing when we're picking. So uh might keep hope alive, and you may want to try something that's unconventional, or something that try something different, or even just reflect on the people that you have been dating. I can't say if they are all the same. You can only say if, hey, these people are really like the same person that I have been picking over and over again, and that may be a point to start from. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so so now I'm gonna talk. Hey, did you guys hear about? Okay, now I want to talk about some other things that are going on in the world. So, did you guys hear about Russia has opened up their vault of artwork, and that they have artwork showing pictures of all these biblical pictures of Jesus, Mary, angels, and things who are actually black people. So I want to know if you guys have heard of that. Let me remove this comment, and I'm going to share on the screen with you a couple of the pictures that they have. Russia has unleashed, and it has white people and some white people in quite an uproar. The reason that these artwork, these pieces of art, have not been seen because in 1237, it was called the Golden Horde. It was something called the Golden Horde when the Mongol invasion occupation of the 13th century happened in Russia, and which separated them from the Byzantine Empire. And the Byzantine Empire usually uh, led them in religious ways and things of religion, and kind of like the Pope lead the Catholic. So when the Mongol invasion and occupation happened in the 13th century, it lasted for 250 years. And in that 250 years, the Byzantine Empire had started and had already really completed whitewashing all of their artwork of the Christian times. So many scholars are believing that this artwork does in fact show show the likeliness, the real likeness of the Christ, of the Virgin Mary, the angels, and the people who lived in Israel at that time. Because as we know, Israel was a place of black people. So, what do you guys think about that? Okay, I'm wondering why Putin is showing it. Okay, me too, Choreo lover. Okay, beautiful, stunning. Okay, yes, yes. So, yeah. hmm So, I don't know if any of you guys knew about this, and I'm gonna present something to you real quick, a short presentation. I am going to copy the link so you guys, as I always do, so you guys can check it out at your leisure. Let me see. Oh, sheesh. One second. I gotta pull it up again. I have so much stuff bookmarked that I was going to talk about, and we went off into a whole relationship quandary uh, that I hadn't planned. One second. I'm going to show you the video that details more information about this. And there are a lot of people who are really in an uproar about this coming out. And it does explain, why with these vaults have different colored people in it. Okay, here it is. All right, I'm going to drop the link for you guys and just show you a little taste of this. Okay, hold on one second. Let me drop the link. I'm coming. And I'm going to start at the 10-minute mark, I believe, on this one. Okay, I'm going to start right here. Okay, here we go.
Physical traits. But why does Russia stand apart in depicting Jesus and his people as black in religious artworks?
Can you guys hear that?
Well, the answer lies in the fact that Russia got disconnected from the Byzantine Church when the whitewashing of religious paintings started. This was due to the Mongol invasion and occupation of Russia, known as the Golden Horde, which profoundly influenced the region's ties with the Byzantine Empire and the broader Christian world. Beginning in the early 13th century, the Mongols launched a series of military campaigns that resulted in the establishment of the Mongol Empire, one of history's largest continuous land empires. This expansion brought them into contact with various civilizations, including Russia. Until then, Russia had been in contact with the Byzantine Empire, significantly adopting its religious beliefs. But in 1237, the Mongols launched a devastating invasion of the Russian principalities, which were fragmented and unable to mount a unified defense. The invasion culminated in the Battle of the Sit River in 1238, where the Mongols emerged victorious. Subsequently, they gained control over the region, establishing the Golden Horde as a vassal state and imposing tribute on Russian princes.
Share right now.
The Mongol occupation
that is, I hate that I cannot hear it. No, Mr. I'm not sure. Did you hear about the awakening of the 144,000 Putin and Trump talked about it? Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure what you're saying. Okay, yeah, that's a link right there. Okay, let me see. No, I didn't hear about it. Hey, B, thank you for being here. And there's a couple of more things that I want to talk to you guys about real quick. I am going to drop the link to all of these things. I want to know if you guys have heard about this Bill Gates. Bill Gates has bought up something like
Kylo is a degruntifier. Check this out.
1,000 acres of farmland. And
nothing.
they're saying that what he is doing, and there's also been a story about him also. Mike Zuckerberg just built $100 million underground bunker in somewhere in Hawaii. Now, I've already done stories about these billionaires building these bunkers, and they're thinking that the reason that things are being done is because these billionaires are foreseeing a huge food shortage. So, and they with Gates buying up so much of the farmland, it has a lot of people really, really looking at this crazy. Okay, let me stop screen. Let me share screen again. I don't know what happened with that. share screen. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Here's the link. I'm gonna put it with your thing, and I had already copied it before I made it. Here is the link to the Bill Gates, to the Bill Gates story. And this story is actually, let me put it back in here. This story is actually about a preservative that Bill Gates is putting on our fruits and vegetables, and it's called appeal. So you guys need to be really aware of when you buy your fruits and vegetables if they have this label from appeal. I'm gonna appeal is actually a pesticide, and let me share my screen. Let me find it again. It's a pesticide, and there's actually no way to get this off of your fruits and vegetables, and they built it as a something that will preserve your fruits and vegetables a long time. But everybody knows that you can simply do this with wax. Most of the apples and things like that are covered in wax, but this appeal that Bill Gates is putting on fruits and vegetables is actually a pesticide, and you cannot get rid of it, and you cannot wash it off, anything like that. They have said they are very secretive about how they have created this pesticide, what they made to make it a solvent and loose it. They've broken, if you have saturated fat or unsaturated fats, I think saturated fat is the one with the three ones, and they added hydrogen to this to make it a liquid, such as like you have lard, which is a stiff lard, and then they do something. I think they add hydrogen to the lard to make it liquid oils. So that's the same thing they have done to this pesticide, but in adding the hydrogen to the pesticides, they are unclear of what type of things that is going to cause to the body. I would play it, but I don't know exactly where to stop. I'm going to play just a little bit of it because it's here. I'm really not sure where to stop because for some reason, I can't hear anybody or anything. Let me see.
And if it's safe. I did a pretty thorough research on Google to see if it was safe, and as I was reading the pages, it looked really safe. In fact, it's been thoroughly fact checked, so we know it's probably going to be safe and we don't need to look any further. Until I took one additional look at the ingredients of this appeal, and one of the things that was listed is says 99.34% of this product is listed as other ingredients. Other ingredients? It doesn't tell you what's in it. So right there is a big red flag. There's no transparency. We do know that there are mono and diglycerides in there, which I'm going to talk about, but we don't know what else is in this product. Now, first of all, what is a mono or a diglyceride? It's a emulsifier. What's an emulsifier? It's something that helps to mix two things together. And I was able to look at the patents in this appeal product and really kind of see more about the manufacturing process because they're using solvents in this process. And then they'll put in a metal like chronically over time. Have they ever done safety studies on that? They also add polyethylene glycol. I mean, it's generally recognized as safe until they found out they weren't safe. And also, if you have less than a half of a gram, easy. Now, there's also another controversy over whether this appeal is really a coating or a fungicide because both the EPA and the Organic Materials Review Institute says that it's a fungicide used after harvest. But Appeal advertises this as a protective coating. So there's a lot of problems with this product. We don't know
Okay,
if they added.
so I can't hear a thing that's happening. I can kind of read what's going on. I dropped the link in there if you guys are interested in that. So tell me what you think about that. We come back to the stream. So what do you guys think about that? Yeah, you get lard from usually pig meat. Yeah, they used to try to push margarine on people, but butter is much healthier than margarine. Margarine is no good for you. They already they have already say that farmers any farmers must buy their seeds from the government, and they are genetically altered seeds that do not seed themselves. So first of all, you're gonna have to buy your seeds every year, as opposed to harvesting the seeds from your own crops, like my grandmother definitely used to do. My grandmother really bought seeds because she would harvest seeds from her own crops, and then she would freeze them over the year, and she would use them the next year or the year after that. So you are definitely right. So there is a lot of stuff on the horizon. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, have you been doing? In many ways, we already do. You're exactly right. Okay. I grow herbs and a few veggies in my yard and some in containers. You know, you can grow onions and garlic in containers, and they grow them over the whole winter long. And I didn't know that. And you can grow them in containers too. Just make sure you cover them with straw or bark for the whole winter. And then in the spring, you have plenty of onions and garlic. So I definitely know that about onions and garlic. And okay, so who have heard about that young lady who had a fight? A little clear girl was suspended from school for fighting, and it is said that her mother was the one who brought her back up to the school the next day. That has not been confirmed in any newspaper article as of yet, but why would they confirm that? If it had been a black parent, if it was questioned a black parent had brought a black suspended child back up to the school, it would have definitely been in the news reporting and probably some police charging documents. But I digress. It is said that the uh, white young lady's parents brought her back up to the school, and then she got into a fight with a the friend of the person who she had fought with previously the day before, and who she was on school suspension for. And that girl put her in a coma. And you know, long story short. So, did you guys hear about the okay, here it is. Let me share this with you. Let me present this to you. The city attorney, and this happened in Missouri. And, the city attorney office, he said that I reported on this last week. He said that DEI is the reason for all of this, and that he is going to charge that young lady uh, to the highest extent of the law. So the attorney general, I'm sorry, the attorney general. Okay, so let's not forget that Missouri was also the place where that 14-year-old boy got pow-powed in the head from that old man because he knocked on the wrong door. But not so much from the attorney general in this case. So here is the letter. Let me see. Let me see. Here. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even need to show this. Wait a minute. Let me think. Let me think. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna share this with you. It says, notice of investigating Hazelwood School District. Now, this is from the Attorney General, and he says, "I am disturbed. It appears Hazelwood School District has ignored long-standing Missouri law and elevated political narrative about the student safety in 2020." Okay, okay. 2 weeks ago, on March 11, 2024. During the middle of the school day, Hazelwood East High School, which is a predominantly 95% black school, uh, a student, Kaylee Gang, was viciously assaulted on a street near school property by another student. As of this writing, Ms. Gaines remains in critical condition at a St. Louis hospital, notably during the attack on Ms. Gaines, which was captured on video by other students. Not a single school resource officer was on the scene to protect Miss Gaines or restore order. Do you understand that he said that they were on the street near the school? They were not on school property. Okay, so he feels that a school resource officer would have been on the actual street. Okay, so I digress. And he attributes that to Hazelwood's insistence on prioritizing race-based policies over basic student safety by its actions, and it has endangered not only Ms. Gaines, but the general school community at large. Race-based policy are anemia to Missouri law. The Missouri Human Rights Act guarantees Missouri residents the right to be free from discrimination and the right to full enjoyment of the places of public accommodation. The act also vests Missouri Attorney General's office with the enforcement and authority whereas here the Attorney General has reasonable cause to believe the violation of the act has occurred, implicating a matter of public importance. By this letter, I am notifying you of my office investigations into the school district violations, and I deemed the school and its Board of Education turn over the following records. So he's requesting records from them because he said because they insist on having uh, a uh, a student resource officer apply to be in line with DEI specification, that it is their fault that this young lady got beat up at school. So it's DEI's fault. And until they had someone who could be within DEI guidelines that the school had set up, they would not hire any resources officers. So there is a push and pull between them because of that. So now let's see what the response is from the school district real quick. It's a very good response from the school district. They gave back to him. Okay, let me. Okay, hold on. I may have it in my notes down here. Okay, so this is kind of what I was talking to you guys. Remember, in 2020, critical race theory was a boogeyman of, and 2022 woke is the boogeyman in the election cycle, and 2024 DEI is a boogeyman in the election cycle. So, okay, here is his letter. Okay, on March 26th, Attorney General sent the letter to Dr. Collins Hart, Superintendent of the Hazelwood School District. Okay, before Bailey issued his letter to the district about fight. Bailey A. stepped in saying that he did not have time to speak before he drove away. In the letter, Bailey called for an investigation into the district mandated diversity, equity, and inclusion training by putting DEI agendas ahead of protecting students and neglecting to have law enforcement presence on the campus. Hazelwood School District has felt in its fundamental duty to ensure the safe learning environment. Okay, he wrote that on social media. He didn't have time to address reporters waiting, so he made this on social media. The Attorney General spent the last few days making appearances on national news media outlets to voice his outrage over DEI policy and overall school safety. So he is putting up this fight. This girl was suspended, was not supposed to be on school grounds, that he does not mention any of this in his thing. On the 26th, the Hazelwood School District responded to the Attorney General's notice of investigation. And okay, they said Orensby writes that The investigation is based on lies that you could have easily ascertained if you would have taken a few minutes to fact check prior. That it accuses the AG of spouting falsehood that only serve to rile up your base. The letter also incorrectly states the date and time and day of the fight. He didn't even get that. He added that the presence of school resource officers on campus would not have prevented a fight from taking place off school property and outside of the school day. The school district lawyer said that the attorney general had failed to provide a single race-based policy that has led to the absence of a SRO officer, and how such policy was prioritized over school safety. See, he said that they chose DEI over school safety, but he offered no evidence, example, or anything to that. Okay, so let me see what else it says. Okay. They also pointed to a lack of mention from the AG office when the Riverview Garden School District and the Ferguson District to virtual instruction for days following the fights between students on campus during the hours while SRO officers were on duty. She said that Bailey did not send either district a letter. According to Ormsby, Bailey did not send a public letter to the Normandy School Collaborative after a student attacked a teacher. In her letter, the Hazelwood... I'm sorry. Shush. Hold on. No. Okay. In the letter, Hazelwood School District attorney said that he represents. He asked, does he represent all Missouri or just the white citizens? Okay, Bailey's actions about the Hazelwood District are based on false narrative, and therefore the district is under no obligation to provide him with anything. She concluded in her letter by saying that the district would provide him with records through a sunshine law request. Okay, I thought she wasn't going to provide him anything. Bailey blamed the school district diversity, equity, inclusion program. It's caused the fight. Okay, I'm launching in. Okay, so I basically gave you all that. I thought that she wasn't going to give him any information, but she will be giving him limited information about that. Yeah, they hear my husband coming up. Good God Almighty. So, did you guys hear about that? Okay, they're already at the school, and the girl and her mother were trespassed. Thank you for that. I knew somebody had told me about that. Okay. Yeah, thank you for clearing that story up for me. So now they want to do this whole big investigation behind this and act like it's the problem with DEI, while not mentioning at all and charge this girl with serious felonies. Want to charge her as an adult. They say the girl who was attacked at school, the girl who was on suspension actually struck the girl first. So they're trying to say that the girl who came to school after being in the fight and suspended was a victim of bullying. When in fact the other girl had made complaints about being a victim of bullying. So that's what's going on with that. And see, that's why it's a lot of people don't understand the connection. My whole thing is people who are voting. Hey, hold on. The people we are voting into office, into these different positions, like our school board position and these other positions, are really important. And so that's what I kind of wanted to. Oh my God, she's not gonna let me be great. I tell you, rascal and saucy. Okay, so yeah, that's one of the other things. Oh, and I definitely wanted to touch on what's going on in the Middle East real quick. I have a couple of slides for you guys. We are coming up on an election, and we are going to have to choose between some interesting cases. It has been said that the Biden administration, while they are trying to tell Israel that really need them to stop doing certain type of harming civilians. They are really doing nothing to stop them from harming civilians. It is also being reported that right now, where is right here. Here we go. Let me show you guys this real quick. Okay, right now, this is Anthony Blinken. According to the most respected measures of these things, 100% of the population in Gaza, that is several levels. Population in Gaza is at severe levels of food acute insecurity. That is the first time in entire population has been so classified. We also see again, according to in this case, the United Nations, 100% of the totality of the population is in need of humanitarian assistance. And then 4 days later, after he said 100% of the people in Gaza are at severe levels of acute food insecurities, 4 days later, they went on to pass a bill where this is what they passed 4 days after this report came out. Okay, let me see. This is what they passed. The government funding bill, which includes they passed a government funding bill, and in its government funding bill, this UNRWA, they will not be financed until 2025. These are the people who went into these type of countries to supply humanitarian aid and food aid. Okay, so also in that bill that they signed 4 days after admitting 100% of these people were starving. 100% of these people needed humanitarian aid. The United Nations, oh, that's the name, the UNRAW is that's the name, that's his real name. So 4 days afterward, it also in that bill contains a long-standing provision that will limit aid to the Palestinian Authority, which governs the occupied West Bank, if the Palestinians initiate an ICC, Internal Criminal Court, uh, uh, judicially authorized investigation or actively supports such an investigation that subject Israeli nation to an investigation for alleged crimes against the Palestinians, they will get zero money. So they also traded different of these things uh, in the process of signing this bill, and then so they are aware that they are starving. So they also decided to instead of saying, "Hey, you cannot." You cannot do the things that you're doing. You must allow aid into this country. No, they did not do that. What they decided to do was do drops of food by parachute. Okay, and five were unalived in Gaza as 8 packages parachute failed to deploy, hitting people on the ground. There were also many of them that fell into the sea. People were unalived in the sea because they were trying so desperately to get out to the sea to retrieve these packages that were on these balloons that floated into the sea. And now, what the United States is the U.S. sends ships to Gaza with materials to construct piers so that they will be able to get food and aid into Gaza. So, but how long? If you look, this is dated March 21st of this month. So how long is it going to take the ship to get to Gaza and to build the pier, to get the food and the aid? Are there going to be any people left there at that point? And also, it appears that the U.S. is breaking the Foreign Assistance Act. This is an act that the U.S. enacted on itself after all the things that went done in the Middle East with the Iran war, not the Iraq war, and this is the standards that they have set aside for themselves that if these things happen, grave human rights abuses or blocking of humanitarian assistance, they are complicit in what is going on. So I just wanted to know if you guys are up to that. Now, Chuck Schumer has called for Netanyahu um, for the Israelis to do a new elections because Netanyahu interfering with these things. He said it took him 2 months to write what he was going to say, and he got plenty of backlash automatically. So the 2 months that it took Chuck Schumer to finally get enough up into him to write that the starving of a whole nation of people was nothing to do, and to call for new leadership, not to call for the leadership to let the aid in. It's just like mind blowing. And I want to play one last thing for you guys, and I have it set up, and I want you to hear what Jared Kushner is saying what should be done over in the Gaza Strip. Real quick. Okay, I hate that I can't hear this. I'm just gonna play this real quick. Uh, and understand that he had a place in the administration
The next 3 years are
when
ours to shape.
I was in office
To try to protect civilians from
broker things between
Gaza's waterfront
Israel
property. It could
and
be
the
very
Palestinians.
valuable
So this is
to
what he has to say.
Gaza's
Let me make
waterfront
sure.
property. It could be very valuable to if people would focus on kind of building up, livelihoods. So I think that it's a little bit of an unfortunate situation there, but I think from Israel's perspective, I would do my best to move the people out and then clean it up. I think proactively recognizing a Palestinian state would essentially be rewarding an act of terror.
I mean, are we at all surprised that those sociopathic comments are coming out of the mouth of?
1 second, I forgot to put my disclaimer. I apologize. Oh shoot, I had that up. You guys didn't see it. Let me put up my disclaimer. I am using this and copyright disclaimer. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentating, news reporting, teaching, and scholarship. Okay, so I'm just giving you a little piece of news about this, and I just really want to know what you guys think about. He said that is seafront land. That is like good property there. Like, what are we doing? Okay, so let me finish this. Let me let you see what else he has to say about this good property. He said that we should do away with them all. And what does he want you to do with them? Okay,
for Palestinians to go to. It's what you had alluded to earlier, Cenk. So this is the kind of thought process Jared Kushner has when it comes to the lives of literally millions of people. Let's watch.
The thing that I would try to do if I was Israel right now is I would just bulldoze something in the Negev. I would try to move people in there. I know that won't be the popular thing to do, but I think that that's a better option to do so that you can go in and finish the job. I think there was one decision point they had. Do we go into Gaza? Do we not go into Gaza? They had the hostages. There really was, I think, no choice but to do that. I think that they were smart to go slowly and deliberately. Gaza's booby trapped like crazy. They have over 400 miles of underground tunnels. And so I think that they've taken some of the right steps in order to go there. But you have to, again, I think Israel's gone way more out of their way than a lot of other countries would to try to protect civilians from casualties. But I do think right now opening up the Negev, creating a secure area there, moving the civilians out, and then going in and finishing the job would be the right move.
Listen, so many journalists in Gaza
finish the job. So I'm going to drop the link so you guys can watch this whole for the segment. But he feels that they should just go in and finish off the job, move them out of there, plow down some land in the desert somewhere, and make them move there. The remaining people who may survive this, and they should take over their land. And he being a billionaire who got over $2 billion from the Saudis after 45 was let out of office. He should be allowed to, take advantage of this beachfront property. And I want to also tell you that it seems like this is a given that everyone in Israel is on board with that because they're not showing any of the people who are against that in Israel on a lot of media. You don't see a lot of people, but it has been estimated that at least 56% of Israelis actually living in Israel are actually against this. So these are the allegations that I have heard. So yeah, I definitely want you guys to stay abreast on this because we see what we are seeing here, and they've said that there of the 20 something thousand people who have been on a 30 something thousand people who have been unalive there. They are trying to claim that 9,000 of them were actually from the terrorist group that they are hunting down. So therefore, they are saying that the other 23, around 23, that's 23,000 people who were civilian people were just casualties of war. It's not their fault. They were going to where the targets were. So you have made a mistake in excess of 23,000 people, and everyone should just understand that that's what happened. Oops. There was a food caravan that was struck. It was a caravan of three. Okay, real quick. Let me tell you about this food caravan. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, the Biden administration has been providing Israel with the location of humanitarian aid in Gaza for weeks to prevent strikes against their facilities, but Israel has continued to hit such sites. Okay, the information included is GPS coordinates of a number of medical facilities and information on movements and groups in Gaza to the Israeli government for at least a month. According to the three people familiar with the communication, still Israel has launched operation against Hamas in or near aid sites, including hospitals, leading to the destruction of buildings and the blocking of fuel and other critical supplies. So, according to sources acquainted with the details of the incident, the operation room in charge of securing the route identified an armed person on the truck and speculated. They identified an armed person on a truck and speculated that this was a, you see, by the time preparations were made for the attack, the truck arrived at the warehouse. This was a food caravan with three vehicles, and the truck was ushering them to this place to drop off food. They have the coordinates. They have been approved this route to go. They know exactly who the people were, but somebody suspected. Okay, so by the time the truck arrived at the warehouse together with these three World Kitchen, it's called the World Kitchen something organization, the World Kitchen something organization, and it was 7 people in three vehicles. By the time they got to, oh, wait a minute, where am I? By the time the truck arrived at the warehouse together with the three WCK vehicles carrying 7 volunteers, minutes later, the 3 vehicles left the warehouse without the truck on which the armed person was alleged sighted. So the 3 vehicles then leave. They said they saw the armed person in the truck that was escorting them, but the 3 vehicles didn't leave with that truck. So at some point, while the convoy was traveling on the authorized route, the operations rooms ordered a drone operation to strike one of the vehicles. Okay, so this is really unclear. They struck one of the vehicles, and then the people got out and ran to the second vehicle. Then they struck the second vehicle, and then the third vehicle tried to drive up so the people in the third vehicle, the second vehicle, could get in, and then it struck the third vehicle. So this is one of the vehicles. They are all marked on top with the World Kitchen something, I forget. But this is a rescue group that goes into, it was founded by a chef that goes into all types of war-torn areas to feed the population. So these are some of the things that I just wanted to, bring to your attention that is going on. So, when we close our eyes to what's going on with certain people, and we think that it is really okay to understand that 100% of these people are in need of food, and 100% of this population is in need of some other type of medical help or other type of help. That 4 days later, our nation does this, and so they think that the only reason that the bread and the packages were dropped is because in different states, such as Michigan, in the early voting in Michigan, a lot of people said that they were undecided because they were protesting the fact that this has been allowed to go on for so long, and now the Biden administration is allegedly trying to kind of like seeing that this could cost them the election. So it's it's just like it's a mess. It's really a mess. So I just kind of wanted to bring that to your attention. This is what the Biden administration is. Okay, all right. This is. I thank you for being here. This is what the Biden administration is doing, and it's really, really. I just wanted you guys to know that these are the reports that are coming out from the news feed. I dropped the link from the news feed, and you guys can take a look at it yourselves. So, with that being said, yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna drop one more link to about the art, just in case you guys didn't get it, where Russia has opened the vault about all the about Jesus, Mary, and all the angels and things being whitewashed and everything. So I hope you get about my sound. The sound is messed up. My sound is messed up. I'm sorry. Okay, let me get off here. I don't know what's going on with my sound. But anyway, thank you for having me. I hope you guys check out these links and understand what's going on. I don't know. It's muffled. I don't know why. Um, well, I'll get out of here. But this is all I have for you guys. And I'm sorry I kind of rushed through that, but these are things that I kind of really wanted to talk about. And we got into the relationship aspect. I did have fun, and I thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for coming out and listening with me. Uh, I kind of wanted to have a political thing. Nobody came up. Nobody. I think a lot of people don't want to touch this last topic that I talked about. I just wanted to share some light on some of the reporting that is not getting widely reported. So I definitely dropped the links of these things, and yeah. So thank you guys for coming out with me, and God bless you, and have a good night.